Okay, here is my new workbench, and we're set up for the completion of Experiment 29 by Charles Platt. There's the book. There's the schematic for part 1 and the schematic for part 1 and the schematic for part 2. Both parts 1 and 2 are represented here on the breadboard. This is a speaker I took out of a television that I was taking to dump, and a pencil box, a $1.99 pencil box from Kmart with some holes drilled in it to mount the speaker in, and you see there's a towel in there to modify the sound a little bit. There's a spool of wire for the low pass filter. See my soldering iron, my DIY exhaust fan over there, just independent of the so let's see if we can get this experiment to function properly. So what I have here is Charles calls for a 500 ohm potentiometer for volume control. I only had a 1K, and it's not working as well. That one over there is a 25 ohm pot, and it doesn't work at all. And that's a 100K pot that I actually took out of the same television I got the speaker from. So, let's see what happens. Don't know if you can hear that. I turned the volume up. And then I'll take the, so now you're just listening a little bit, so I'll put this over here. I'll turn the potentiometer. What I've just, and there you can hear the waveform. Discovered that at 9 volts, the TEA 2025B amplifier chip heats up, but for brief periods I think it's okay. The biggest difference at this part is the volume, so you can hear that a little bit more. My volume control has it all the way up, and here again, I'll put the camera down. So that's with the low pass filter. So I'm going to switch this. Now this is the high pass filter. So you see the difference. And the volume control at this level doesn't do a whole lot. So now what we're going to do is disconnect the high pass filter and just go directly this is with no filter at all. Volume control. And that's the 100K. So you can hear the waveform there, but you can see the difference between that here at the high end. Take that out. Okay, that go into there, and we want to go through actually we want to continue that. Take this one, and what we want to do is go through the coil. So it's going there, and from the other end of the coil to here, back to here again, and this should go here. Well, let's clip this and clip this. My fingers will work properly, we can get there. There we go. So it's a little bit less on the high end. And there's your volume control. And again, that's that's my Adafruit variable wall wart there. And see if we can see where I have it at 6 volts now. Sorry about that. If you hear the difference. So the voltage, the higher the voltage, the louder the volume. The other thing you see here is this thing, which is an RCA adapter, which I plugged into my cell phone to play music through the same thing, and the same concept holds. So, there we have it. Make Electronics Experiment 29.